Listen to Ange Postecoglu. My personal feeling really is that Spurs aren't doing well because of his tactics. You know, they play gung-ho football, and talking to the Spurs mates, I mean, you listen to the guys this week, 3 Spurs supporters who were at the game. They said, you know, at 2-0 up, you know, what we should have done now is come back and just manage the game. Instead, they just went gung-ho. And what happens? Yeah, Chelsea, deservedly, won the game. It was just like, you know, bang, 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 4 goals. I mean, ridiculous. They were so frustrated. Whose fault is that? Well, Ange Postecoglu is starting to make excuses. And, I don't like that sort of thing. We all have injuries. I'm blaming injuries at Arsenal. I really do, because it's terrible. Injuries are terrible. Man City have had some awful injuries this season. At the beginning of the season, Liverpool had a few injuries. Last season, they had loads of injuries, brought a load of youth in, and they did really well for themselves. But the 6 players you got missing and your 2 centre-backs, that I accept is difficult. You got Richarlison missing, Bentancur not injured, but you know he's missing. What is it for 6 games? Yes, and your keeper, 6 players. Ange Postecoglu has said he's got out. Well, hold on a minute, and I don't like comparing, you know, like for like, but listen, mate, we've just played the Champions League. Saliba was the only defender we had. Or the only defender from the first team. That's 11. That's in our first 11. You look at we've got, you know, this season. What's been going on? You know, White is out for virtually the season. Tommy is out for the rest of the season. Zinchenko these are defenders out for the rest of the season. Timber is only just got back and he's playing half injured. You know, Tierney, he's just managed to get back. Gabriel, you know, is out. Calafiori been out for, you know, half of the season, still injured. What are we going to do? There's 7 defenders. 7 defenders we've got injured there. So, you know, talking about 6 players out, we've got 7 defenders. Odegaard has only just come back, 3 games. He's been injured. He's our captain, our most important player. Mourinho was out for 8 weeks. Jesus has just got back. Martinelli, Rice, they were both out for a couple of games. Injured. When you look at those injuries compared to yours, I mean, we've got 7 defenders injured. 7. Forget all the other guys. So Postecoglu, stop sort of saying, you know, I don't want to say the ball that's coming out of your mouth. You turn around and say, you know, I don't believe in, you know, I'm not superstitious and these things happen. It's not about luck. There's reasons they happen. So we've got to review our medical staff. Review your medical staff. I mean, come on. Maybe review yourself. Maybe you should be looking at maybe not just your medical staff, but actually how your training, how you're affecting the training of your players, and maybe your players are not giving them enough rest. Maybe the players were playing with slight injuries. Maybe your tactics, and this is what has come from a Spurs supporter, maybe your tactics are just a little bit over the top in where the running that they have to do is so harsh that it is pulling hamstrings, etc., and giving them injuries, because you want them to all push up and all push back and all push up and all... There's no respite for them. You know, you watch Man City, you watch Liverpool, you watch Arsenal, you watch Man United, you watch all those teams. Yeah, and there's a lot of movement there, a lot of running. But there are times in the game they go back, manage the game, take a respite. So, Mr. Postecoglu, you know, I think actually you're just for once starting to sound a little bit like Ten Hag, and you're making excuses. And everybody goes, oh, yeah, but it's the way you talk, you know, you've got this sort of funny, sort of, you know, sharp, sort of dry sense of Australian wit. And people go, oh, that's so funny. No, mate, take responsibility. Maybe it's your tactics, eh? That's my thought. Football Chat Uncensored, Reno talking. I know I'm going to get crap from all the Spurs supporters, but talking to Spurs supporters who are starting to say they think maybe his tactics are, I've got to change. And that's from Spurs supporters. Football Chat Uncensored, Reno talking.